I'm 68 years old and I can feel the days thinning out. My biggest life mistake wasn't something loud. I thought there'd be more.
Shorter, like the light in a room fading before you notice it's going. My biggest life mistake wasn't something there would be more time. Wake up early, even though I don't have anywhere to be. Old habits stay long after their purpose leaves. Sometimes I sit at the kitchen table and listen to the refrigerator hum, just to hear something steady. I used to believe my life made sense. Work hard, provide, stay useful, don't complain. That's what I was taught, and I followed it faithfully. In my 20s, I was proud of being tired, proud of staying late, proud of being needed. I met my wife when we were both young enough to believe time was endless. She laughed easily back then, not the careful laugh people learn later, but the full one that takes over your whole face. She liked simple things, Sunday mornings, long walks without a destination. I liked plans, schedules, the feeling of moving forward. At first, those differences felt balanced. She softened me. I steadied her. When our first child was born, I promised myself I would be present. I really meant it. I just didn't know what present actually required. I told myself I was doing it for them. Every late night, every missed dinner. There was always a reason, a deadline, a promotion just within reach. And the truth is, none of those reasons were lies. They just weren't the whole truth. I missed the slow changes, the way my wife stopped asking me to come on walks, the way the kids learned not to wait by the door when I said I'd be home by 6. Nothing broke, it just wore thin. There's a moment I think about often. I was in my 40s. My son was trying to show me something he'd built in the garage. I remember nodding while checking my watch. I remember saying, "That's great, buddy," without really seeing it. I don't remember what he built. I remember the look on his face when he realized I wasn't actually there. That look doesn't leave you. It just gets quieter, like everything else. My wife and I stopped arguing at some point. I thought that meant we were doing well. I didn't understand that silence can mean resignation. She carried more than I noticed. The house, the emotional weight, the small disappointments she never turned into fights. I thought love was stability, paying the bills, showing up when it mattered most. I didn't realize how many moments matter most. By the time I slowed down, life had already rearranged itself without me. The kids grew up and learned how to live without my attention. My wife learned how to be lonely while married. She never accused me. That might be the hardest part. When she got sick, it didn't feel real at first. Illness always feels temporary, until it isn't. I kept thinking we'd talk properly once things settled. They never did. I sat beside her in the hospital, holding her hand, noticing how small it felt in mine. I wanted to tell her everything I'd stored up for later. Later never came. After she passed, the house became unbearably polite. Nothing out of place, nothing alive. People tell you to stay busy. They mean well, but busy is what got me here. Now the days stretch, not full, just long. I see my children on holidays. They're good people. We're kind to each other. There's a distance that doesn't close once it's learned. They don't call for advice. They don't need me the way I once imagined they would. That's not their fault. It's the result of 1,000 small absences. I look back and I don't see a villain. I see a man doing what he thought was right. That's what makes it so hard to accept. My mistake wasn't choosing work. It was believing presence could be postponed, that connection would wait. Time doesn't announce when it's done giving you chances. It just stops offering them. If you're listening to this, I don't have instructions for you. I'm not here to tell anyone how to live. I just want you to know how quiet regret is, how it sits with you in the evenings, how it doesn't shout or demand attention. It waits. I loved my family. I still do. Love, it turns out, isn't the same as showing up. I accept my life as it is now. There's peace in that, of a sort. But it's a thin peace. and it comes with memories that ache instead of comfort. At 68, you don't dream about becoming someone else. You just wish you had been a little more present as who you were. That's my biggest mistake, assuming there would be more time.